Hi, it's Lori Maria at Angels in Heaven Spiritual Guide Tarot. Today we're going to do a segment on signs from our loved ones. Now, many people have done this topic several times, but they've only touched on a few of the signs, such as coins, feathers, birds, such as cardinals, etc. Well, I'm going to get more in depth with you on this subject. Now, because it's such a very in-depth topic, it's going to be a video that is in 3 segments. So bear with me and please watch the first, second, and third video because they're all linked together. Okay, so let's start. Signs from our loved ones. Our loved ones come to us in many different signs, forms, shapes, and sizes. And the first common sign is dreams. They visit us in our dreams. And when you dream and have a very lucid dream, and you remember the dream, and you have your feelings that you remember quite well, that say your mother who had passed over, grandmother, grandfather, son, daughter, whoever, and they're embracing you in your dream, for instance, and you can feel the love that they are giving you, or you're crying and you can feel yourself crying in your dream. When you awaken, because it's so lucid, you're like, oh my goodness, was it real? Yes, it was very, very real. You see, loved ones can come to us when our subconscious mind is still going, and we can connect to a different realm, and that way they can come into our dreams and give us a full manifestation connection. And that's one of the greatest signs that they come to us is in our dreams. So what I suggest you do, if you can't decipher the dream and say sometimes it doesn't make full sense on the dream, you only get bits and pieces, what I suggest you do is get a dream journal or just a book or a pad of paper or whatever, and just keep it beside your bed. And what you remember of the dream, again, it will be very lucid and you will remember, okay? You don't have to write the whole dream down, but write the significant parts of the dream. And you just jot it down. Oh, we were by a lake. Oh, the flowers are beautiful, and I remember the smell of the flowers. And I'm just giving you an example of the dream. And the flowers were beautiful, and she looked so radiant. So in your dream journal, just write down, by the lake, flowers were so beautiful I could smell them, and so on and so forth. And after about a month or so, go back into your dream journal after you have finished for the month of all your dreams, and just compare each dream to each other, and you will have your answer from your loved one. You'll see that all the dreams are significant, that they all mean something, and they're showing you something, and you'll have your answer to what they're trying to tell you. And more than likely, they're telling you, I'm okay, it's beautiful here, don't worry about me, I'm worried about you. And you see, when they pass on, and as I have said in other videos, I never describe someone who has died as dying, because they're not dead. They have passed on, or they have crossed over. They are in another dimension. Okay? Anyhow, I just wanted to cover that basis with you. And so dreams is one of the biggest things that our loved ones come to us in. Okay? Now, sense. Whether it be your sense of smell, your sense of their perfume, their cologne, their aftershave lotion, their favorite soap, their favorite detergent, their favorite scent of by the sea, sand, weather, they love the smell of the rain, or baking or cooking or whatever it is, okay? It will come to you and it will be bam, right on, and you'll think, whoa, wait a second, that's my mom, that's my grandfather, that's my whoever. And it is. Again, it's telling you that they're okay and that they're beside you. And it will happen just out of the blue. You could get up out of bed and all of a sudden get a smell, or you can even taste it in your mouth. And you're like, someone's smoking in the house. For instance, I'm just using this as an example of, say, a cigar or a pipe. And you're like, someone is smoking a pipe. And you go and you try to find where it's coming from. And then it's like, whoops, it dawns on you. Oh, well, my uncle used to smoke a pipe or a cigar. That is your uncle or your grandfather or whoever who had passed on, that is sending you that smell and telling you, I'm okay and there's nothing to worry about. I'm watching over you. Okay? Then, coins, pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. Whether you find them randomly or going out shopping and you just happen to look and there's a penny. The old saying goes, pennies from heaven or dimes from heaven. It's very, very logical. Yes, there is money in heaven. And yes, they can bring it down and they can leave it, okay? And usually it comes in pennies or dimes. That's a usually significant number for them. One is because penny represents one, and usually a dime and a dime and a penny is 11, okay, which is angelic. And it could be getting out of your car, it could be going somewhere, no matter the circumstances. It could be getting clothes out of the dryer and a dime falls out or a penny falls out. That is a sign that your loved one is with you. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. When you're dealing with relatives that have crossed over to the fifth dimension, nothing is a coincidence. It all happens for a reason. So you could find a dime, a quarter, a nickel, or a penny, and know that it is from them, and it is a sign that they are indefinitely with you, and that they love you, and they're watching over you. Next is feathers. Now it can be white, it can be black, it can be any color that they want. A lot of people associate white because it's angelic, but it can be black, it can be purple, could be red, could be yellow, could be orange, could be green, could be blue, could be violet. It could be any color that they choose, that they love. It will represent them. It will be something that represents them, so you will tie the two together and you'll be able to understand it better. The easier that they do it, the easier it is for you to say, oh my goodness, it's from my loved one. It's from my mom or my grandmother or grandfather or uncle or whoever. It is a sign that they're with you. Now it can, I'm not saying you get out of bed and it's from a feather that falls out of your pillow. No, it won't cross your path like that. You'll be, say, going outside and you happen to open up your front door and it's laying right there. That is a sign. That is a definite sign that your loved one has come to visit you and to say that they're okay. Or if you do get up out of bed and you're walking towards the bathroom, kitchen, or whatever, and there's a feather that appeared out of nowhere, that is a definite sign that your loved one is there. Also, birds. It's just not a cardinal that appears. When a cardinal is near, your angels are appearing, right? It's not just cardinals, red cardinals. It could be their favorite bird. It can be a hummingbird. It can be a blue jay. It can be a sparrow. It can be a pelican. It can be any type of bird or any type of flying insect possible, okay? Such as a butterfly, a ladybug, or a dragonfly. Whatever they desire and what they can manifest, they will come to as. So if say you had a sister who passed and she loved butterflies, more than likely she's going to manifest herself into a butterfly and come to you. And you will know this. You will know, you will have a deep sense of knowing this. And again with the birds, okay? Like when it happens, your intuition will kick in and you will sense it and you will know and you will say, wait a second, oh my goodness, that is from my loved one that has passed over. And just the same as the butterfly or whatever, they will appear friendly, okay? They will look at you. Or a butterfly will land on your hand, which is not normal, right? Like for a butterfly out of the blue. But in this case, when a loved one is sending you a message, they will go on your hand, or they can land on your shoulder, or they'll just land and they'll be staying there. Even if you move and do things, you'll notice that the butterfly just doesn't take off out of the blue. And that is a sign of the butterfly or the dragonfly or the ladybug that's crawling up your arm or whatever, is a sign that your loved one is there. Okay? Clouds. A lot of people see beautiful formations in the clouds. This is normal. Again, it could be animals. It can be angelic figures. It can be shapes of beautiful hearts. It could be anything that your loved one loved. But what you do is, for instance, you're going outside and something tells you to look above, just to look in the sky, and it's a beautiful day, it's beautiful and sunny, but the clouds are out, and you see this beautiful fluffy cloud, and it's shaped like a heart, and it automatically hits you. Oh my God, do you see that? Some people even take pictures and say, that's my loved one, that's a sign. Yes, it is indeed a sign of a loved one coming to you again, telling you, hey, I'm okay, I'm watching over you, you are meant to see this, I love you. Now, with all that being said, you have dreams, you have scents, you have coins, you have birds, you have cloud formations, you can even have rain, for instance. It's raining, it's warm out, and it starts to dry up. And this has personally happened to me. I have gone to go outside, and as it's drying the ground, and you see the wetness, but there's a perfect heart that's shaped, that is still wet, that the sun hasn't dried up, or the warm weather hasn't dried up. And I've looked at it and went, oh my goodness, it's absolutely beautiful. It's a sign. Yes, it is a sign. It is a loved one that is coming to you and saying, again, I'm okay, I am with you always. Now you can find these in rocks, you can find them in different shapes. You could be going to the beach and you just happen to see something that's shaped like a heart, or shaped like an angelic figure, or your favorite animal of your loved one that has passed on. Or just looking up at the sky and you see a particular bird that just happens to appear out of nowhere. These are all typical signs from your loved ones that they are with you. Nothing is a coincidence, and everything happens for a reason. Stay tuned for part 2. Much love and light.